Good afternoon. I'm Tina Tasaka with Cannabis X America and WPCM TV. We're here at MJ BizCon here in Las Vegas, Nevada for 2025 MJ BizCon in Las Vegas, Nevada. And I am here with Kate and Mike from BatchNav. Yes. They are a software company, a software platform for tracking cultivation and, is it lab testing?
Lab processing.
Lab processing. Yeah, so fascinating. Mm-hmm. Yeah, welcome you guys.
Thank you.
Thanks for jumping on with us.
I appreciate being here. Thank you.
I love how you've paired it with the cultivation and lab processing. That's just fascinating.
Well, it's an end-to-end solution. In other words, for the vertically integrated or the standalone process lab, the edibles, the whatever the concentrates, or the cultivation, which is where we came from. The product works in any of those environments and works the same way. It's quite simple for end users to use.
Yeah, absolutely. So when did you? Are you you're the founders of the solution?
We're two of the three. Mm-hmm.
Okay. When did you build the company? When did you start the company?
Well,
and in what state? Where are you LLC'd at? Or incorporated at?
We're incorporated in Delaware.
Got it.
We did that last year, but we formed an LLC prior to that in 2022. So we've been at this about 3.5 years.
What state are you in? Where are you HQ'd at?
Arizona.
Are you?
We're in Arizona.
You're in Arizona. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Okay,
So-
that's where I'm based at too.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah.
Oh,
excellent.
good.
Okay.
Excellent.
Arizona is really a great state for cannabis businesses.
Yes.
I think that they are very friendly. I think they're very open. I think that they are very easy to do business in. Did you find that when you built your company there?
Well, the thing is, we've been in the business for more than a dozen years as cultivators.
Okay.
So we have a cultivation facility in northern Arizona, and we've been working with two major MSOs for quite a long time. And Mike was the GM of those facilities and ran the entire shop and could not get the information he needed to run that facility profitably. You want to speak to that a little bit?
Well, like all general managers, your task is to maintain quality and yet continue to lower costs and increase production.
Sounds like hospitality.
Yeah, exactly. It's pretty common. But
Sure.
my biggest problem was, well, that's fine. I will do that to the best of my abilities, but I need good cost information.
Yeah.
And I wasn't getting it. And that's what led to the development of this software.
Well, it was all disparate.
Yes, exactly.
It was all disparate.
all over the
Yeah.
place. And so I had retired, and he was frustrated, and I thought, well, why don't we see if we can do something about it? And 3.5 years and millions of lines of code later, yes, we can do it.
Yeah.
And we're launching it here.
Oh, that's so excellent. Excellent. So your approach, did you start off with a beta site, for example? Did you start off doing a beta first with your software, or did you just kind of go in and do a big bang and now you've got a couple customers using the software?
We pretty much went the big bang route.
Oh, that's not a bad
We
idea.
did.
That's okay.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, listen, you've got to grow, and it's not, I'm going to call it not mission critical, okay? You're
Right.
you're tracking a grow, you're collecting all this
Right.
great data, and, it's not mission critical. You know what I mean? It's not, do you know what I mean when I say that? It's not, so it's okay to go big bang. It's not,
Yeah.
it's not banking software where you're dealing with people's money, but it is very important.
Absolutely.
I get it because I was in software for 35 years, so
Right.
I do
You
understand
know.
the importance of it. So I think it's great that you went that route. I think
Yeah.
it's great.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
And okay, so it's up and running, and then you're tracking the cultivation. You've got maybe some APIs with some lighting and some sensors and stuff like that. Are you tying into any other?
Kind of, but
Okay.
not through APIs.
Okay.
No, actually, it doesn't really require much in the way of APIs.
Okay.
BatchNav exists in the cost accounting world, so the financials remain your source of truth for financial information, but we do take in your monthly P&L, and we apply all of the overhead back to the batches in the process stage that they happen to exist at that time. When you close the costing side of BatchNav, it returns back to the balance sheet your true raw materials your unfinished inventory and your finished goods inventory back to the balance sheet. So that's kind of, it goes full circle from their P&L to BatchNav back to the balance sheet.
Mike, that's
how it
an
works.
excellent explanation. That is excellent.
Thank you, because it kind of confused me. So.
No, that's excellent.
Yeah.
That's excellent to break down the product that way,
Yeah.
to explain it. Yeah.
It's a competitive advantage for whichever manufacturer is using it because, and we were told this by the CFO of a major U.S. MSO, and he said, the ones who know their true costs have the competitive advantage because nobody in the industry today knows their true costs unless they're growing one product or making one product. After that, the variability, which is a feature, not a bug, after that, the variability makes the thing a hot mess. When you're dealing with live plants and all the permutations that you can get from this beautiful plant, how do you keep
Yeah.
track of that? Well, we found a way.
Yeah.
That's so amazing.
And the ops data, which is one of the things that the true ERPs don't do as well, if at all, and that is collecting the ops data and making that tell the story of where your finances went.
Yeah.
So you had this
It's
batch and
important.
it yielded this and you don't know why. You can look back and operationally see what happened
Yeah.
and what caused it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. So, can you also talk about the lab process, part of your solution? What is the lab process that you bring to the table as part of your software package?
We still bring the full costing for
Okay.
all lab products, and laboratories are a pretty good example because 60 to 70% of all costs are from overhead. And most of that overhead is hidden in your extraction machines, your expensive chromatography machines, distillation, and equipment is usually one giant big depreciation expense every month. What we encourage our clients to do, break that down into the extraction machine, for example, or the packaging machine, and then BatchNav takes those particular expenses and applies the packaging machine and the pre-roll machine just to the packaging cost center and the extraction machine just to the lab cost center. So you get a better idea of how your costs are being consumed and absorbed. And that's what's been missing from a lot of this other software.
Yeah, when you can give an ROI to a company, I mean,
Right.
that is just mega huge, being able to show that ROI, and companies need to be able to show that to their board and
That's
to
right.
their investors.
That's right.
That's exactly
Yeah,
right.
Period,
Yep.
the end.
Yep. Is the pre-roll machine paying for itself?
Absolutely.
Yes. And are the costs...
And even more so now. I mean, investors
Right.
are not letting go of that money.
No.
Right.
They're not investing in cannabis right now
Right.
because of tariffs, because of what's going on with hemp, because of what's
Right.
going on with regulations, because of what's
Yep.
going on between Schedule 1 and Schedule 3. We could list 100 more,
Sure. Sure.
right?
Yep.
Yeah.
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 Well, and it's providing a tool for the operations managers too, the lab manager, the cultivation manager, because in the normal standard costing world they've been living in for years, they get average costs of whip stages and batch costs. They don't know the cost difference between their Afghani strain or their Ghost Strain Haze, and they know there's a difference. So. And that's what we're providing back to them. We're saying, here you go. Here's your clone costs, here's your mother care costs, and here are the costs that build up from the start to finished instead of waiting for the finished total and trying to apply it backwards.
Yeah.
That's how it's being done now. So,
What it does is it lets these growers and lab managers determine which products to make or grow.
right.
Which ones are the winners? Which ones are the losers? And why?
Right.
Which one, even though you're selling tons of it, are you making any money?
Yeah.
It's all about whether you're making any money.
I mean, profits start with costs. And if you don't know your costs, you don't know your profit margin.
Right.
So, what do you make?
Are you bringing back the dog star puzzle? And do you know that term?
I'm not sure.
That's a real old term in hospitality for tracking your bestseller. Anyway, I'm not going to go
Yes,
into it.
we are.
Yeah,
Then I
okay.
guess the answer is
So,
yes.
so
Yes.
before we're going to be wrapping up here in just about a minute or two. So before we do that, I want to make sure that the viewers know how to reach you. So what's the best way for them to go out and find out more about BatchNav? Is it the website?
The website,
What would be your
BatchNav.
website where we can reach you at?
It's batchnav.com.
Batchnav.com. Okay, excellent. And then Instagram, do we have an Instagram as well?
We don't. We're on LinkedIn, of course.
Oh, LinkedIn is excellent.
And
okay.
we have an 866-427, I'm messing up our own phone number, 710-4201.
Excellent. And we'll put that on this video
Okay.
when it goes out to the viewers.
That would be great.
And
Wonderful.
then, so as we finish up MJ Biz, this being, the biggest, this is our Super Bowl,
Yeah.
for any of the viewers for the very first
Sure.
time, we do get some people that are coming in, curious about cannabis and all that
Sure.
stuff, so they have to know about MJ BizCon. So what is, for 2026, being a software company, you might have some new things on your docket, maybe on a roadmap. Is there something new coming out for you guys, kind of maybe some new development, or what is something new that you want to announce or maybe bring forward for 2026?
I think we use an awful lot of AI to develop the software, and we think it might be useful to build an AI agent inside the software. BatchNav gathers a lot of data, a lot of cost and operational data, and it would probably be very helpful to bring AI in and say, hey, why did this strain perform better this time than last time? So we think that might be a helpful path.
Excellent.
Yes.
That's an excellent use of AI. Yeah, I think that sounds great. Well, I'd like to thank you both for
Thank
coming
you.
on with us. We just love hearing about new technology, especially to help out cannabis and move us forward into this new year. We don't know what's going to happen. We all can speculate, but thank you so much for coming on with us. We wish BatchNav just a great 2026 for sure.
Thank
Wonderful.
you, Tina.
Thank you.
We'll put the word out and we'll get your video out for you.
All righty.
I'm Tina Tasaka, Cannabis X America and WPCM TV.